right, so the UFC is finally back, and not only is it back, we're gifted with an awesome card. We have Max Holloway versus Calvin Kattar headlining UFC Fight Island 7. How hype are you for this card, bro?
Dude, I'm very excited. I mean, it's the first card of 2021. We had to wait a couple of weeks since the last event. I'm excited, man. Whenever there's a fight week, I'm excited. This is gonna, like we said, the first event on ABC ever, which is big news. ABC is not one of the channels or networks that the UFC was previously on. Usually before they were on Spike TV, on Fox Sports, on ESPN. These are all kind of channels with specifically sports viewers. I feel like ABC is more of a family network and a channel that everybody has access to. So this is going to be a great way for the UFC to get in front of a lot of household eyes.
Yeah, so this Saturday, the prelims start at 12 o'clock Eastern Time, and then at 3 p.m., it's going to be on ABC One and on ESPN Plus. So the prelims are going to be on ESPN Plus at noon, and then the main card is going to start at 3 p.m. on ABC One and ESPN Plus. So let's dive into the main event: Max Holloway versus Calvin Kattar. What are your thoughts on this fight? I know we discussed this already, but now we're closer to the fight. You have any differing opinions, or how excited are you for this fight?
Dude, I'm excited. The Blessed Express is back. I'm excited for that. Max Holloway is just the man. The more I've been looking at the interviews and stuff during fight week, the more I'm excited for this event. Max looks like he's hungry, like he's ready to get back in the win column. And Calvin Kattar looks like someone that, doesn't want to get looked over. He feels like he's being looked over by the fame of Max Holloway, and he has a rightfully so. He's a little bit bitter about that, but I think it's going to be a perfect recipe for an excellent fight this weekend.
Yeah, this fight is going to be a great stepping stone for both fighters. Max Holloway is coming off of two losses. He's coming off a loss to Alexander Volkanovski, and he lost him once again. You and I both believe that he won the second fight, but with the win in this fight, this is going to put Max Holloway back into the title contention. So for Max Holloway, he needs to win this fight, and he needs to hope that Brian Ortega wins the fight with Alexander Volkanovski, because I don't know how interested the UFC is going to be in making the rematch with Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski for the third time after Max Holloway lost 2 times. But this is a big fight for him. And in terms of Calvin Kattar, this is a big fight for him as well.
Biggest
he's coming off of 2 wins. Yeah, he's coming off of 2 wins. His last win was against Dan Ige, and prior to that was Jeremy Stevens, where he knocked him out in the second round. Beautiful knockout. Beautiful. And before that was probably one of my favorite Calvin Kattar fights with Zabit Magomed Sharipov. That fight didn't go his way, but we saw a resilient and tough Calvin Kattar, and I believe this Calvin Kattar is going to come back in this fight with Max Holloway.
Yeah, I'm excited. This is going to be a very high-level striking match. Both fighters are phenomenal strikers. It's going to be very exciting. So I guess official pick for you. Who do you got?
My official pick is probably Max Holloway. Wait, before we get off this topic, what do you think? Do you think, because, the narrative around this is that Max Holloway is deteriorating a little bit, do you think that's the case at all? Or
Absolutely not. Like I mentioned last time, I think people are out of their mind that think that. I mean, Max Holloway he only has a loss pretty much since Conor. He's only lost to Volkanovski. I mean, he went up to fight Poirier. That was out of his weight class. I guess we can exclude that for this conversation.
A loss is a loss.
A loss is a loss. Poirier, like we've seen, he's a high-level MMA fighter. So, I mean, it's not like he just lost to nobody. But he had 2 back-to-back losses to Alexander Volkanovski. And those were, like I said, those were very competitive fights. Those aren't fights that he got dominated in. Those aren't fights that he got outclassed in. Those are fights that he was in from start to finish. He was, in the fight. It was a very, very close fight, and a fight that could have gone either way. So, if a different referee was sitting at the table that night, maybe Holloway would have won that night. You know what I mean? So I don't see anything about Max Holloway deteriorating, but I do see the rest of the division, slowly catching up to Max Holloway, which is also interesting to see.